Have you ever felt like your sentences were missing something? Like they were a bit bland, lacking flavor? That's where adverbs come in. They're the secret ingredient that can transform your writing from ordinary to extraordinary. Imagine trying to describe a delicious meal using only nouns and verbs. You could say I ate pasta, but it wouldn't be very exciting, would it? Now, add some adverbs. I eagerly devoured the perfectly cooked pasta. See the difference? Adverbs are those little words that add depth, detail, and emotion to our sentences. They tell us how, when, where, why, and to what extent something happens. They're like the spices in a dish, enhancing the flavor and making it more interesting. Without adverbs, our language would be dull and lifeless. Think about it this way. Adverbs give your words personality. They help you express yourself more clearly and vividly. Just like a dash of salt can make all the difference in a recipe, a well-placed adverb can elevate your writing to a whole new level. So, if you're ready to ditch the bland and embrace the bold, let's dive into the world of adverbs and discover how they can help you ace your grammar. So, what exactly are adverbs? In the simplest terms, an adverb is a word that modifies or describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Think of it as a helpful sidekick, providing more information about the action or quality being described. Let's break it down. Modifying a verb, she sings beautifully. Here, beautifully tells us how she sings. Modifying an adjective, he is extremely talented, extremely intensifies the adjective talented, telling us to what extent he is talented. Modifying another adverb. They arrived very early. Very modifies the adverb early, indicating how early they arrived. Adverbs are like the detectives of the grammar world. They answer important questions about the words they modify. By asking how, when, where, why, or to what extent, you can often identify the adverb in a sentence and understand its role. For instance, consider the sentence, "The dog barked loudly at the mailman." How did the dog bark? Loudly. Adverb modifying the verb barked. Why did the dog bark? At the mailman. Adverbial phrase modifying the verb barked. Remember, adverbs don't always end in lie. Words like very, quite, often, and always are also adverbs, even though they might not look like it at first glance. So keep your eyes peeled for these versatile words that add that extra something special to your sentences. Imagine you're reading a book, and the author describes a character walking. He walked is a good start, but it doesn't tell us much. Now consider, he walked slowly, he walked briskly, or he walked confidently. See how adverbs of manner paint a clearer picture in your mind? They tell us how an action is performed, adding detail and making our writing more vivid. Quickly, the cheetah ran quickly across the savannah. Slowly, the turtle slowly made its way across the road. Patiently, she waited patiently for her turn to speak. Carefully, he carefully placed the vase on the shelf. Loudly, the children laughed loudly at the park. Notice how each adverb changes the way we imagine the action. Instead of just reading that someone walked, we can practically see them strolling, marching, or tiptoeing across the page. When using adverbs of manner, remember that their position in a sentence can change the emphasis. Placing them at the end usually gives them more impact. She sang the song beautifully. Emphasis on the quality of singing. She beautifully sang the song. Emphasis on the fact that she sang. So choose your placement wisely to create the effect you desire. By mastering adverbs of manner, you can add a splash of color and bring your writing to life. Just like a good story needs a setting, our sentences benefit from knowing when and where things happen. That's where adverbs of time and place come in handy. Adverbs of time. Think of these adverbs as time travelers, transporting your reader to a specific moment. Now the show is starting now, so hurry up. Later, we can talk about it later. Yesterday, I went for a run yesterday. Adverbs of place. These adverbs act as tour guides, pointing out the location of the action. Here, the party is being held here. There, I left my keys over there. Outside. The children are playing outside. Adverbs of time often go at the beginning or end of a sentence, while adverbs of place usually follow the verb they modify. By using adverbs of time and place effectively, you can create a richer reading experience. Sometimes we need to be more specific than just saying something happened. We want to know, or, this is where adverbs of degree and frequency step in, adding nuance and precision to our language. Adverbs of degree. These adverbs are like volume knobs, controlling the intensity of the words they modify. Very. I am very grateful for your help. Extremely. The weather was extremely hot and humid. Quite. The movie was quite entertaining but a bit too long. Almost. I almost missed the bus this morning. Too. This coffee is too strong for me. Adverbs of frequency. Imagine these adverbs as a schedule, telling us how often an action occurs. Always. She always arrives on time. Never. I never eat mushrooms. I can't stand them. Sometimes. We sometimes go to the movies on Friday nights. Often. He often goes for a run in the morning. Rarely. We rarely eat out during the week. Both types of adverbs play a crucial role in conveying the right level of detail. Too many adverbs of degree can make your writing sound exaggerated, while using adverbs of frequency incorrectly can lead to misunderstandings. Choose them carefully and use them sparingly for maximum impact. Section 6. Interrogative and conjunctive adverbs. Asking and connecting. We've explored adverbs that paint pictures, set the stage, and fine-tune our messages. Now let's meet the adverbs that ask questions and bridge ideas. Interrogative and conjunctive adverbs. Interrogative adverbs. These curious adverbs introduce questions, seeking specific information. When will you be back from your trip? Where did you put the car keys? How did you manage to bake such a perfect cake? Why is the sky blue? They act as the starting point of an inquiry, guiding the listener or reader towards a response. Conjunctive adverbs. Imagine these adverbs as bridges, smoothly connecting two independent clauses or sentences. However, I love to travel. However, I get homesick easily. Therefore, she studied hard. Therefore, she aced the test. Moreover, the food was delicious. Moreover, the service was excellent. Furthermore, the house is beautiful. Furthermore, it's in a great location. Conjunctive adverbs show the relationship between the clauses they connect, whether it's contrast, consequence, addition, or other logical connections. They add sophistication and flow to your writing, making it more enjoyable to read. Remember, while interrogative adverbs always introduce questions, conjunctive adverbs can appear at the beginning, middle, or end of a clause. Pay attention to punctuation when using them to ensure your sentences are grammatically correct and easy to understand. Section 7. Common errors and how to avoid them. Navigating adverb pitfalls. Even seasoned writers stumble over adverb usage. Understand common errors to navigate these pitfalls. 1. Good versus well. Good is an adjective, well is an adverb. Incorrect. She sings good. Correct. She sings well. 2. Misplaced modifiers. Adverbs can be sneaky. Incorrect. He nearly ate the whole pizza by himself. Correct. He ate nearly the whole pizza. 3. Overusing adverbs. Too much can be overwhelming. Wordy. He walked very, very slowly. Concise. He ambled. Tips. Read aloud to catch errors. Use strong verbs. Less is more. Write with confidence and clarity. Section 8. Comparative and superlative adverbs. A quick look. We've covered a lot of ground in the world of adverbs, but our journey isn't over yet. Let's take a quick detour to explore comparative and superlative adverbs. Just like adjectives, adverbs can also show degrees of comparison. Comparative adverbs used to compare the actions of two things or people. He runs faster than his brother. She sings more beautifully than anyone I know. Superlative adverbs used to compare the actions of three or more things or people. He runs the fastest in his class. She sings the most beautifully of all the contestants. Forming comparatives and superlatives. For most adverbs, add or est, faster, fastest. For adverbs ending in ly, use more or most, more quickly, most quickly. Some adverbs have irregular forms, well, better, best. While comparative and superlative adverbs might seem simple, it's important to use them correctly to avoid grammatical errors. Remember to choose the appropriate form based on the number of things being compared and the adverb structure. Section 9. Conclusion. Mastering adverbs, mastering language. Congratulations! You've journeyed through the diverse landscape of adverbs, from their basic definition to their various types and common pitfalls. You've learned how they add depth, detail, and emotion to our language, transforming ordinary sentences into extraordinary expressions. Remember, adverbs are powerful tools. Used skillfully, they can paint vivid pictures in the reader's mind, set the stage, and create a sense of time and place. Fine-tune your message and add nuance to your writing. Ask questions and connect ideas seamlessly. But with great power comes great responsibility. Avoid overusing adverbs, misplacing them, or confusing them with adjectives. Choose them carefully and use them strategically to create the desired impact. As you continue your writing journey, keep exploring the fascinating world of adverbs. Pay attention to how they're used in books, articles, and everyday conversations. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become in wielding their power effectively. So go forth and master adverbs, and in doing so, master the art of language itself.